Why is it for some people, and it may even be you, why is it so difficult for you to find and land your dream job? You know that you have the qualifications, that you are supremely qualified to do a job, but why is it so tough for you to even get your foot in the door? One of the biggest challenges people have with getting their foot in the door is they don't know how to stand out so they can get hired. And the way you stand out is you have to have a resume that attracts the attention of recruiters and hiring managers. And it's sad to say, but most people have no idea about how to craft a resume that gets the attention of hiring managers and recruiters. Why is that? Is it because they can't write or they don't know what their skill set is? That's usually not the case. The big issue is if you're going to stand out, you have to stand out for who? For the hiring manager, not for yourself. So if you don't know what hiring managers are looking for, if you don't know what attracts their attention, if you don't know what's important to them, then it doesn't matter how many times you write or rewrite your resume or apply for jobs or tell other people that you're looking for work. It doesn't matter. You are not going to be able to get your foot in the door. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to give you a clear understanding and insight about what hiring managers actually care about with respect to your resume. And hopefully, at the end of this, you will know exactly what you need to do to get your foot in the door to attract the attention of hiring managers so you can stand out and get hired. Okay, so let's talk about the resume. Like, what is the resume and what is the purpose of the resume? Your resume is not just a list of your skills, experience on a piece of paper. It is a living document, right? And so I want you to really, really think about it from that perspective. Your resume is a living document that encapsulates and shares your entire career and shows hiring managers what you do, how good you are at doing it, and how long you've done it. It's a living document. It's not something that's dead, it is alive. And it's important for you to understand that, because what hiring managers are looking for is they're looking for people who can be what I call a plug and play solution. You can walk right in the door and start doing the job they need you to do with little to no training. That's what they want from every single candidate that they interview. But if your living document, if your resume can't clearly communicate or does not clearly communicate your ability to walk right in the door and get the job done, it's going to be hard for you to attract their attention. So most people never ever get the opportunity to land their dream job because they can't even get their foot in the door to talk to those who have their dream jobs in their control. So again, your resume, it's a living document, and its purpose is to be crafted in such a way that attracts the attention of hiring managers and recruiters. Like, why is your resume important? Like, why is it the thing that, a lot of hiring managers place an emphasis on? Well, it's the only thing that they see and know about you. Typically, when you meet a hiring manager, they don't know you, so you're really a stranger to them. They don't have any idea about your history. They don't know about all of the projects you've done and all of the successes you've had over your career. They don't know you. They're a stranger. Imagine you decide that you are in the dating market and you want to meet someone and you see someone who is attractive. Well, you don't just walk up to them and start talking and telling them all about who you are and what you do. They don't know who you are, so that will scare them. What you have to do is you have to figure out a way to get their attention so they can then begin to want to have a conversation with you, and then hopefully some sort of relationship ensues from that point. Again, hiring managers don't know you. Recruiters don't know you. Now, they can know about you. If your resume is crafted properly, they can know about you. they can predict with great accuracy what you will, can, or will not be able to do if they hire you for the job. And that's what it's all about. Your resume, being a living document, helps hiring managers and recruiters predict your ability to get a particular job done. And they do that based on what they've seen you do in the past for others, right? So if you built a house for someone, it's probably likely that you're going to be able to build a house for them. If you built 100 houses, right, you're a lot more trusted. You're probably going to be able to build at least another house for me or a hiring manager or what have you. The bottom line is your resume helps hiring managers and recruiters to be able to predict your ability to get a job done for them. And it's important that you understand that, because if your resume is not crafted in a way that makes your work history come alive, that's going to be an issue for you. Now, why do doors seem like they're closed for so many people? Well, the number one reason is no one is attracted to your resume, right? Your resume is all about you. It doesn't speak to the problem that you solve for someone else. And hiring managers really are not attracted to that. Hiring managers want to know, what have you done for someone else and what can you do for me? I have a job that I need someone to do. What can you do for me? So when they look at your resume, if they don't see that, if it's unclear, if they have to dig for it, if it takes them too much time to find that information and discover that information on your resume, you're probably not going to get your foot in the door, which means you're probably not going to be able to land your dream job. What do you want, right? You want a job. Ideally, it will be a dream job, one that you really, really enjoy doing, working for a company that you want to work for, serving the people or customer base that you like serving, right? That's really what you want, okay? Well, what do hiring managers want? Well, hiring managers want help. They want someone that will help them to do their job. You're looking for a job. They want someone to help them to be able to do their job. The goal is for you to attract their attention so that they can give you the job. And their job is to find someone who can do the job that they can hire for whatever it is they want to hire them for. So that's what you want, and you have to understand what hiring managers want. They are looking for people who can walk in the door and be what I call a plug-and-play solution. Walk right in the door with little or no training and start doing the work. If you don't understand that, you are going to limit your chances with respect to getting a job. Here is what makes a resume unattractive. Okay, we're going to talk about what makes a resume attractive in just a moment, but here's what makes a resume unattractive. If it is not positioned in a way that clearly states what you do, right? So I'm a recruiter or a talent acquisition expert, or I'm a speaker, or whatever you are, right? It doesn't matter what field you're in. It's not clear what you do, right? If you are a CPA, to say you work in accounting is not enough, right? Because there are many different types of positions in the accounting department, and the hiring manager may be looking for something that's specific. So it's important that your resume is specific with respect to what you do, okay? Has to be very, very specific, or your resume will not be attractive. What else makes your resume unattractive? The way that you craft your resume. If you have, instead of it going from A to Z, you have W, B, M, Z, A, T. I mean, it's just all over the place, right? It's not clear. It's not concise. A person can't look at it and read this living document and chronologically go through your career to find out what you've done for someone else and the problem you solved for someone else. If they can't go through it in a simple and easy way, I'll be honest with you and tell you, recruiters and hiring managers get frustrated. So they end by not selecting your resume. Now, why do they do that? because there's a ton of other people who have applied for this exact same job, and their hope is their resumes are easier to read and understand. So what do you have to do with respect to your resume? Number one, your resume has to be clear, okay? Number two, your resume cannot be self-centered. It has to be service-centered. Not what you can do for me, but here is what my resume has shown I've done for others, which should give you insight into what I can do for you. That's important for you to understand, okay? Your resume can't be filled with useless mumbo jumbo. What do I mean? Whenever we're working on somebody's resume or we're talking to somebody about their resume, I'll ask them questions about, why do you want this information on your resume? I know that you're proud that you have maybe gone to school or done this or done that, but why do you want that on? I know that you're proud of your volunteer service. Like, why do you want that on your resume? Because it shines a light, and from your perspective, it shines a light on all of the good things you've done. But is that important to the hiring manager? Like, do they care, right? The answer to that question, based on my experience, is they don't care, right? So if your resume is filled with a lot of useless mumbo jumbo, you are probably not going to get the attention of hiring managers and recruiters. Your resume must be targeted. It has to be specific. You have to be able to show hiring managers what you've done for somebody else, which gives them an indication of what you can do for them. So you have to learn to craft your resume so that it shines a light on your accomplishments, the things that you've done that can show a hiring manager exactly what you can do for them. Again, hiring managers are looking for people who are plug-and-play solutions. A plug-and-play solution means you can come into an organization with little to no training and start contributing to the organization. That's important. So here's what you need to understand. To fix your resume, there are three things that every hiring manager wants to know. Okay, it's important. They want to know what you do. We talked about that. Specifically, what you do, right? And that could be a title, a type of job, an area of responsibility. What do you do? The title for your job, what does it tell me that you've done in the past, right? The second thing they want to know is, how well have you done this? I know that you do this, but how well have you done it? So if your resume doesn't list quantifiable accomplishments, things that people can see. Imagine going to a gym and you see a person who is a bodybuilder. You know one thing by looking at them, that they have lifted some weight. You don't know how much weight they've lifted. You don't know how long they've been doing bodybuilding, but based on their body, you know that they lift some weight, that they have done something. They have been working in the gym to achieve these results, right? It's not until you talk to them that you can understand how many reps they've done, how much weight they've lifted, and how long they've been doing it. Well, imagine when hiring managers looking at your resume, they want to know, based on your resume, how well you've done what you do. So quantifiable accomplishments, not just duties and responsibilities. I've done this, I've done that, I've done this. You have to clearly state you've done this and how well you've done it. That's very, very important. If you don't do that, then they don't know if you're going to be a person who can walk right into an organization and be a plug and play solution. And the other thing they want to know is, how long have you been doing it? Have you been doing it a year? Have you been doing it 10 years or 20 years? That gives them an indication about some things as well. Like if you've been doing it for 10 years and it's, I don't know, accounts payables and receivables, there are some things about the work that's implied. The other thing is, if you show a history of doing something over time, usually 5 or 6 years straight, it tells them that it's something that you potentially enjoy. When you haven't done something for a length of time, it's just a little unpredictable. They don't know if you're going to be someone who sticks around. And the challenge that hiring managers have is, when they are questioning whether or not you're going to be around for a while, they are usually not willing to take a chance because they think that in 6 months or a year, they're going to be right back in the same situation having to hire. Here's something that's funny. Most hiring managers, this is just based on my experience, some hiring managers may disagree, but most hiring managers don't like hiring. Okay, they don't like going through the interview process and then having to select someone and then train that person. Most hiring managers, in my experience, don't enjoy that. It's a necessary part of their job. They want to be able to do the job. They're practitioners. They are good at what they do. They're not like me. I enjoy hiring. That's what I do for a living. That's what I enjoy doing, preparing candidates, interviewing candidates, screening candidates, and helping hiring managers get the people that they need. But most hiring managers don't like to do that. Okay, so they don't want to have to be put in a situation where 6 months from now or 8 months from now, they're back in the same exact boat. So it's important that you understand that your resume is a living document, that it represents you. And if you're going to get your dream job, you need to be able to show hiring managers how you stand out from the crowd so they can make a decision to interview you and get you hired. Until you fix that, you're going to continue to run into many, many challenges with getting your dream job. Okay? So fix your resume and everything else will fix itself. I'll see you next time.